Liam's deep, intoxicating voice forced her to acknowledge him. She flicked a quick look at his dark-haired friend, who cracked a small, almost amused smile until she glared at him. Then she focused on Liam. "What are you doing here?" she asked through gritted teeth. He shrugged as if it should be obvious. "Eating." "You know what I mean. I'm on a date, Liam." At the word date, those dark eyes of his got even darker. Under normal circumstances, she might have thought it was the light playing tricks on her, but she knew better. She'd seen him enraged once before when a man had tried to mug her. His eyes had changed then. The whites had almost disappeared, and she'd found herself staring into not quite human eyes. He'd later explained that it sometimes happened when his inner wolf wanted to take over. It had scared her then, but not now. She knew he wouldn't hurt her, not physically. He might be dominating and sometimes too pushy, but he cared for her. In another world, she might allow herself to care for him, too. But they had no chance, and she wasn't going to risk getting her heart broken and losing her only family due to involvement with Liam, especially when anything that happened between them couldn't last. He barely looked 30, but she knew he was over 100 years old. "Get rid of him." He didn't raise his voice, but there was a razor-sharp edge to it. "Or what?" "Or I'll do it for you." She balled her hands into fists under the table. "You are so... In a fluid, graceful motion that reminded her he was more than human, he stood up and slid into the chair across from her, as if he had every right to do so. He half smiled, and her traitorous libido roared to life. Why did the soft candlelight have to play off his features, making him even better looking? "Charming, handsome, arrogant, and annoying," she said in a loud whisper, barely containing the need to shout at him. "Why would you think on any level of normalcy that it was okay to interrupt my date when I've made it perfectly clear nothing is going to happen between you and me?" His eyes darkened. "I'm not interrupting. I'm just eating. Or don't you think shifters should be allowed in the same restaurants as humans?" Shocked, she sucked in a breath. She had issues with his kind, issues he didn't even know about. But the thought of restricting someone, anyone, access to a public place was horrifying. Her dismay must have shown because he cursed under his breath. "I didn't mean that, December. I know you don't think like that." "Then why'd you say it?" "Because you're driving me crazy. Why are you out with this loser?" "He's not a loser." "He left you all alone, and he's not me. He'll never be able to give you what I can. I can smell how much you want me even now. Just give us a chance, December." His voice dropped slightly, taking on that sensuous quality that made her legs tremble and heat spread across her lower abdomen. "Liam, we're too different." "Yeah, that line is getting really old, Red." A flush hit her cheeks. "Don't call me that." "Why not?" "It's too familiar." Unfortunately, she very much liked the intimate way the nickname rolled off his tongue. "I plan to get very familiar with you soon, Red." He reached out and fingered one of her bright red curls. Her stomach muscles clenched with need as his knuckles brushed against her cheek. As his masculine, earthy scent rolled over her, she struggled to remind herself why things would never work between them. Because when he looked at her with those captivating eyes, it was hard to remember her own name. The sound of a man clearing his throat jerked her back to reality. Her date stood next to the table, looking between her and Liam with slightly narrowed eyes. "I didn't think I'd been gone that long," he said semi-jokingly. "I'm sorry." Oh God, what was his name? "Mike. This is a friend of mine, and he's leaving." Liam snorted. "Friend?" Of course he wasn't going to make this easy for her. Holding her breath, she waited for him to move. After what felt like an eternity, he finally stood.